Hi everyone, Dale Stiles here at long last. I was ready, willing, and able to jump in Thursday night, but once Friday arrived, things changed drastically, and I ended up living life. You know, I chose to get my mower ready for the season, and then I drove it around the yard. And normally this would be done with a little more planning, and I'd wear goggles and a dust mask, but I went for it and ended up with both eyes swollen with dark circles under each of them up until Saturday afternoon. And I literally had like raccoon eyes, you know what I'm saying? Then we had a really cool party over the weekend in the garage, and our host was a fairly new hot water tank that decided it wasn't getting enough attention and threw a temper tantrum. It's only 3 years old, so, you know, terrible twos, terrible threes. I don't know which one's worse, but anyway, it threw a fit. We just closed on this house in May and then moved in June. So, it hasn't been that long. We've only been here a few months. And so, unfortunately, there was a lot of cardboard still all over the place out there. And we're chasing it around like, ships in the ocean trying to rescue these cardboard boxes with who knows what's in them. And, of course, that led to an impromptu spring cleaning style garage sale. People are going down the street. You having a garage sale? Sure, come on. Let's talk. You offer me something. So, anyway, since I'm older and my back is full of degenerative and bulging discs, none of this was helpful. So I went to bed aching and unhappy. And Sunday, I always do this grooming routine where I trim my nails, shave my hair, wash the dogs, that kind of stuff. It's chores day, And lo and behold, the guard slipped, and I ended up getting a true buzz cut instead of a fade, But whatever. My hair doesn't grow that much on top anymore, so it's probably better shorter anyway. As you can tell, it's been a madhouse around here, and I'm just now getting around to posting my video. So it's going to be kind of short, I do tend to follow quite a few religious leaders, and among them, I think I'll talk about Mike Huckabee. He tends to be political a good part of the time these days, and I don't always agree with what he has to say, but I like him because he's generally soft-spoken and he looks for the silver lining most of the time. And I say most of the time because I've seen him go off on rants that don't seem to make any sense at all. However, his followers tend to be soft-spoken as well, and most of the interactions are cordial. I've seen a few heated discussions pop up from time to time, but I've never seen Mike Huckabee get involved in the most heated discussions. And I think a majority of the heated discussions are people who pop in, who don't typically follow him. They just want to, jump in and cause trouble. And, we refer to them as trolls. They troll along the pages looking for something to say, somebody to attack, somebody to whatever. Oh, that's wrong. This is wrong. And oh my goodness. And blah, 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 blah. And then, people who aren't mature enough to just keep scrolling, which, look, it don't have anything to do with age. It has to do with your mentality. And I've been guilty of it up until last couple of years where I finally realized it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Just move on. But there's a lot of folks that haven't figured that out yet. And so they'll still, do their thing. But what I like most about him is that he uses scripture in his personal posts, and that's why I follow him. I like to see the righteousness come out in all of us, and of course his background was, a pastor, so I like seeing that side of him comes out. He does talk about his politics and stuff, but then he typically will give a pastor's spin on what he has to say. So anyway, I'm obviously too late posting to be able to benefit from any sort of feedback or genuine discussion, but I did want to say that I enjoyed our time together, and I pray that you are all blessed in your future endeavors. We'll hope to see you in another class.